All right, my HART sisters. Have y'all ever had to live with something that limited who you were or what you could do? Well, me, I have. At the age of 11, I developed some form of dis-ease within my body, and nobody could tell me what was wrong. The doctors didn't know. Now, they knew that something was wrong with me, clearly. However, they couldn't pinpoint what it really was that was wrong with me. So, they didn't know how to tell my mom, which meant we didn't know how to address the problems that I was having internally. Years of this internal pain just getting worse and worse and worse. I ended up learning how to revert to survival mode and just keep going. Like, what else could I do? Like, I could not figure out what was wrong with me. I didn't know how to address what was going on within me. And I didn't know how to fix the problem. And every time I said something about the problem, it was it was like I was lying because there was no proof. There was no physical proof besides the fact that clearly something was going on with me. But I guess that wasn't enough proof. So I lived my life limiting the things that I can do because I didn't want to trigger what was going on with me internally. So I lived a life cautiously. Now, everybody thought that I was living fearfully. However, I was living cautiously because the more I exerted my body, the worser my internal disease got. And anybody who has a chronic disease knows that one thing triggers another thing and another thing triggers another thing, and then there is no relief to any of those triggers because you don't know what the fuck triggered what. So pretty much I was fucked. You feel me? So I had to live life cautiously because I didn't want to be in pain. I didn't want to hurt. Now, I was already born into a life of toxic generational change, let's just say that, which felt like I was born to be the change that my generation needed. Go figure on that. But at the same time of being the black sheep of the family, I was dealing with this internal pain that I could not heal, that I could not fix, that I could not prevent, that I could not stop. That shit was miserable. I was really living a life of misery. And I was born to be fearless. I was born to be adventurous. I was born to live life to the motherfucking fullest. This I know. But my limitations, because of this internal disease that nobody knew about, was preventing me from living authentically. And that shit made me sick. So, fast forward, when I was 25, 26 years old, I was in this car accident. This car accident fucked me up, right? So, I started seeing these doctors. And the doctors that I was seeing was like, okay, basically, yeah, this car accident fucked you up, but you had been having this pain in your body for longer than you've had this car accident. And so it was like, we're gonna figure some shit out. We're gonna get you some help because that's way too long for you to be going through having all of this pain without having any help. So they was like, we're gonna do some deeper work and try to figure out what's going on with you. I was seeing a neurologist at this time. So the neurologist sent me to a rheumatologist, and that was the best thing he could have did for me. And that's when I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia and I was diagnosed with endometriosis. And from there, my treatment began. Now, from 11 till 30, I did not have a diagnosis for what was going on with me internally. Those limitations drove me crazy, literally. Lived a very cautious life because I didn't want to trigger the pain that I was feeling internally. So I lost a lot of people because a lot of people just thought that I didn't want to do shit, right? I was scared to live. Real shit. Real talk. Like, I didn't want to hurt. If anybody who has a chronic disease knows the pain that you feel internally and how you cannot find relief for that pain, baby, you ain't want to put yourself in pain. So I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of people. But then again, anybody that left or anybody that's gone wasn't meant to be around. So I ain't mad at it. You feel me? Me personally, I love life. I love the people that's in my life. And I thank the people who left because I learned something from them too. But at the end of the day, the people that I started with, I thought that I was going to finish with. But, it don't always work out that way. But I'm so thankful for everybody that came into my life because I learned something from everybody. Um, whether it's good or bad, I learned. And I'm thankful and grateful for that. But even in my loss, I still kept going because what the fuck else was I going to do? What else was I going to do? Stop my world because people didn't see that I was really hurting internally. People didn't see that I really needed fucking help. You feel me? Oh, fucking well. It is what it is. It's life. People have to live their life, and I don't expect no one to stop their life because mine has limitations on it. So I learned how to adapt. I'm not gonna lie though, like going through this shit alone was hard. And I'm not even gonna say going through it alone because I've been going through it alone since I was 11 years old. I've been fighting this battle by myself since I was 11 years old. So I'm not even gonna say going through it alone. I'm gonna say realizing that I'm going through it alone was a hard thing to face. It was because it was like I was there for everybody. In the midst of my storm, I still was there. But when I actually needed help for me, when I actually needed something for me, it was like, bitch, who are you? Like, bitch, we don't owe you nothing. Bitch, you figure that shit out. So it was like, damn, that smack in the face was just like, open my eyes to a lot. And that's when I turned closer to God then. Like, why am I taking my time away from God, pouring into y'all when at the end of the day, it's every man for himself out here? I was sitting here thinking that we was all a team, but everybody else was living like every man for themselves. So I was like, okay, let me join the motherfucking trend then. This is the only motherfucking trend I want to hop on. We all for ourselves. Let's be for self. And that's when I learned how to be selfish. And that was the best thing I ever did for my motherfucking self. Choosing me over choosing somebody else. Baby, like, why was I living backwards? Why was I doing things that way? But eventually, after I came off my angry horse of everybody left me, no one loves me, they just used me, after I came off of my angry horse, I realized at the end of the day, you are who you love. So if you love damaged people and you are constantly attracting damaged people, then that means that you are damaged and you need to work on yourself internally so that you can attract healthier people into your life, so that you can live a happier life. Because if you stay stuck around those toxic people, then baby, you're going to stay toxic. What they say, you are who you hang out with. Now, there's some truth to that. Now, depending on the circumstances, there could be some lies, but there's a lot of truth in that. I had to realize in order for me to attract people in my life that make me feel happier and healthier, then baby, I need to learn how to get happier and healthier because whole time I was living a miserable ass life. Like, wouldn't you? Like, you got a motherfucking pain that you can't fix. You can't heal. You can't you can't do nothing with. You just fucked up. You feel me? When the motherfucking doctors told me, yeah, you have fibromyalgia, I said, what the fuck is that? I ain't never heard of that shit in my motherfucking life. Fibromyalgia. What the fuck is that? I couldn't even say the motherfucking word. For real, for real. What the fuck is fibromyalgia? Is what the fuck I thought. Like, the fuck? Am I dying? You feel me? This motherfucker said it's a chronic illness, a autoimmune disease that attacks your inner being. It basically thinks that your body is a disease, so it's trying to attack your body to save you. So I am my own disease. You feel me? The logic in that motherfucking shit, right? I am my problem. I mean, that's how I look at it now. Like, I am my problem. So you got a motherfucking chronic illness that's attacking yourself, trying to save you because it thinks that it's a disease trying to hurt you. Well, what the fuck is the odds of that, right? My self-sabotaging ass, you know? But anywho, so I'm like, well, how the fuck I'ma help this? Like, what the fuck I can do now? So okay, we figured this shit out. We know what the fuck it is now. So what we gonna do next? What we gonna do to fix this? This motherfucker said, it's not funny, but this motherfucker said, I'm sorry. Fibromyalgia is an incurable, untreatable, and unmanageable disease. We can provide you medication to help relieve the symptoms, but baby, you're gonna have to figure this out on your own. You know, change your lifestyle, do things differently. So a lot of switching the fuck up, basically. So I said, so it's like cancer. He said, yeah, it's in the same form of cancer and MS. Some patients say that they have the same symptoms. So, in my head, now I'm thinking I got cancer just because what the fuck is fibromyalgia, right? Uh, it's not funny. It's just not funny. Um, but so in my head, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I got this cancer that I'm never going to get rid of. Like, it's just going to be here. And then after I went through my depression spell, because baby, who the fuck would not be depressed? I had 4 fucking kids. I was already in motherfucking pain. Now I'm in more pain because why the fuck did you even tell me that shit if you wasn't gonna give me a motherfucking solution to fix this shit? So now you're telling me I gotta just keep dealing with this motherfucking shit. The fuck? I've been doing that. The fuck? I could have kept not knowing at this point. But anywho, thank you for telling me. Because that was the first step to figuring out what the fuck I was gonna fucking do. So I had to go to classes, I had to join groups, I had to read, I had to learn, I had to use myself as a test dummy to figure this shit out, had to track my shit, baby, that was a lot of shit. It was just too much life to live to motherfucking be that organized. And I'm an organized motherfucker, but I ain't that goddamn organized. I'm not gonna lie. That's a lot of motherfucking work because you gotta change this and do that and add this and take away this. Having a chronic disease is like a whole fucking math problem that you don't know how to fucking solve. Make you feel like you in motherfucking sped classes for real. But still, I kept going. Right? What other option did I have? Who the fuck was gonna raise my kids like I could? You feel me? No motherfucking body. You feel me? Nobody was gonna love them like me. Yeah, they were gonna be loved, but baby, it had to be by me. I couldn't leave them like that. So I had to figure it the fuck out. And that was a miserable motherfucking life. Because now you're telling me I gotta figure out how to heal this motherfucking disease that nobody knows what the fuck it is any motherfucking way. So at the end of the motherfucking day, everybody's still motherfucking confused and think that I'm fucking lying and think that there's nothing wrong with me, like I'm just fucking crazy. And then I gotta motherfucking figure out how to be a motherfucking mom, and there's no rule book on that. These kids don't come with no motherfucking rule book. Like, how the fuck do you do it? Every kid is fucking different. That's 4 different personalities that I'm dealing with. I already got 10 my own, so that's a whole motherfucking problem. Then I gotta figure out how to live in this expensive ass motherfucking world with the little bit of money that I'm making because I got a temporary hold on my money because I be doing shit impulsively. Like, I don't be So that's another motherfucking challenge because how the fuck I'm gonna take care of all of this motherfucking shit and these motherfucking kids and motherfucking live while battling the motherfucking silent disease that nobody motherfucking knows about and trying to figure out how to be a motherfucking mother and trying to figure out how to heal myself from my childhood motherfucking trauma. And I was a teen mom at the age of motherfucking 16. So, I never got a chance to heal through shit. So it was just like, God. I mean, I know he say he give his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. But God damn it, I do not believe I'm that strong. Okay, that's what I thought back then. Because, baby, I overcame that shit. But back then, I was ready to end it for me. Not gonna lie. Because, baby, that's a lot. That's a pretty much, that's a long, miserable ass life to motherfucking live. It's a lot of shit to motherfucking figure out. And who the fuck got that much time to figure out that much motherfucking shit? Like, the 24 hours that we got in a day, technically you only got about 10 of them motherfuckers to really get some shit done. You feel me? Guess I gotta learn how to manage my time better too. But anywho, I overcame. So, but still, I figured it the fuck out. It wasn't easy. It wasn't. But now, today, July 29th, me and Fibromyalgia, you know, we frenemies. We coexist together. She be giving me my motherfucking time to live, and then she be like, okay, bitch, it's my turn. And I be having to sit my ass down. Like, I don't like it, but she be respectful of my shit. She let me live. She let me have fun way longer now. It used to be every motherfucking week I was down, and I was down for like months at a fucking time. Some old, I can't get up, I can't do this type shit. And I ain't had nobody there to motherfucking help me. So, I missed out on a lot. But now we coexist. So she give me time to, get my shit together. And then once I'm doing good, she be like, all right, bitch, my turn. Hate that hoe. And then, after fibromyalgia, you feel me? I got diagnosed with endometriosis. That's the bitch too. That hoe, she be fucking my stomach up. Her and IBS. They be on my stomach's ass like, let me breathe. Fuck. you know, the moral of the story is living with limitations is a bitch, especially when you a fearless motherfucker. Fuck, don't put no limitations on me. Cause I'm one of them motherfuckers that if you tell me I can't do something, bitch, I'm gonna show you how much I can. The fuck? Even if it means I'm gonna fuck myself up in the process. Yeah, sometimes I'll be doing some stupid ass shit, but baby, don't tell me I can't do something. Don't tell me what I can and can't do. The fuck? Are you in charge of me? The fuck, are you God? No. Yeah, I'm one of them rebellious ass motherfucking baby. You can't lead me a motherfucking place. You can't lead me no motherfucking way. Especially if I see you leading yourself to the motherfucking water and ain't even drinking it. Bitch, you're dumb, just like me. How the fuck you gonna lead me? But yeah, I'm stubborn in those ways. Guess I need to change my ways. But yeah. All right. That's the story of how my limitations try to stop me, but I refuse to let them. I refuse to let chronic disease win. I refuse to be a victim of limitations when I live life fearlessly. Bitch, you can't stop me. So fuck you, chronic disease. Fuck you, chronic illness. Bitch, you will not have my life. You took enough, and now I'm taking it back. Who's with me? Hurt sisters. Let's go.